When I first started my journey into reality creation, I was hungry. I had spent my days researching the nature of reality rather than partying with my peers, like most of the college age students were doing. Things were working out. I started getting the hang of business, and then I decided to drop out of college to pursue my passion of helping people. I got instant success and I grew my business to $1 million in annual revenue. But then everything came crashing down when the business spontaneously stopped succeeding, due in part to inflation and changes in marketing algorithms. This took a toll on me, and I realized that the person I was not the person I needed to be, who had the ability to succeed in the ways that I knew I had the potential for. I ended up becoming distraught, and my anxiety levels went through the roof. But then things changed when I remembered the keys of reality creation again from God, who is guiding my path and always is. And that's what I want to share with you today, the keys to realizing reality and the truth of realizing wealth. See, there's a secret to the reality of wealth creation that is left unknown because the less people know about it, the less people end up becoming truly wealthy. See, the key to all wealth transfer in the reality creation world is the movement of the energy of abundance. If you believe this is an energy that you deserve to be a part of, then without a doubt, you will find yourself a part of the wealth transfer somehow, just as a natural side effect of the process of reality creation. However, you don't just have to hope and wish that you can be a part of this movement. Rather, the truth is that you already are a part of it, and you already have a big role you can play to affect how that movement works for you and the ones you love the most. See, the key is that you are already realizing whether you're aware of it or not. This is because we live in an energetic reality that's rule state like energy resonates with like energy, and that energy that is not in resonance has a tendency to breed more dissonance rather than alignment if left to its own devices. Which for us in the grand scheme of money movements means that the more in resonance we become to the energy of money, the more often we will receive more of it and find ourselves living in the energy of it. This is the aspect that most overlook because they have never even considered it. Think of reality creation less as something you do and think of it more as something you are. For the truth to reality creation isn't that you have to change how you view reality or even change how you go about viewing your energy in order to have your desires enter your reality. Rather, reality creation is a way of being. It means that you're already realizing based on the fact that you exist at all. See, where attention goes, that is where energy flows. And this is a secret to reality creation and the key factor that led me to grow a business to $1 million due to understanding the core implications of that one statement. See, everything came down to the understanding of the energy that I have that allowed me to resonate with the energy of abundance and then allowed me to take the inspired actions from that basis, which is how I achieved this goal of mine. Now, for you starting off, when attempting to shift from your current state of being to this newfound state of being of abundance, at first you might find that it seems like you're doing something wrong. It may appear that the reality creation practice is not working, when in fact, this is actually the final steps before your reality creation can actually be delivered to you. See, what we're doing is creating the habit of abundance. So all of your old habits will start to come back at full force to attempt to bring you back to your usual baseline state of being, rather than the new one we are creating for you in this moment. So at this point, your old habits will try to draw you back towards everything other than what will naturally aid you in cultivating abundance. You'll find that there's now a slight dissonance in place between the you of the now and the you that you want to be. Yet this is a good thing because we can consider this the purge of old energy that allows room for the new energy to realize out in full and aid you in creation of your new reality. While going through this purge, you might even find that your present state of tangible abundance will diminish as you are recreating your energy for a higher state of abundance. What in fact is occurring here is that energetic ties with your old reality are pruning away as the new habits of living in the state of abundance occur. This is where you yourself are living in the energy of fulfillment, abundance, joy, and more. Where the energy you live from is the pure heightened state, and you, practicing continuing from this energy, will see reality around you change to match the resonance of the energy that you are internally living in now. This is taught in previous reality realization masterclasses, But what you'll want to do in the moments where the purge is occurring at full force and the energy of dissonance is a bit more heightened than usual is to deliberately celebrate this moment as if this was the exact situation that brought you more of the abundance and wealth that you desired. Because in reality, it is. It is exactly this point in time where the new opportunities are able to be delivered to you because there's now room that has been made in the ether around you to create the desired reality that's most true and worthwhile to you. When undergoing this process, don't try to force or resist the changes taking place because the more you allow the purge to naturally flow, the faster and more smoothly it'll go to the point that it can be easier than expected for the abundance desire to find your new desired residence that you've been practicing living from and will at this point start to readily attract to you that which you're most in resonance with in full force. At this point, with your baseline energy becoming habituated to this new flow of abundance and fulfillment, once you overcome the primary parts of the purge, you will soon find that the key movements now will be from your inspired actions, or in other words, the actions you take now that are different than normal, but feel as if they are inspired or guided, as if you're being led somewhere with knowingness and confidence, rather than the path of confusion and worry that many of the actions you're likely taking are making you feel like right now, where you ponder pursuing them in the current stage as the purge continues to ensue on lower levels of intensity, while your energy is completing its recreation into the image you have for it. Now, if you want the easier way that's most efficient to successfully move through the entire purge process with the least amount of deviation from the smooth path, just click the first link in my bio and join the free Reality Realization Institute Mastering Creation and Entrepreneurship Facebook group to learn the techniques we recommend for honing your emotional basis in order to make the most of all your realizations. Move them forward in time rather than backwards, where this is only the beginning. See, you have to understand consciously that in order for you to have your realizations move from a future pace state to a present moment pace state, in other words, if you think reality creation is something you have to do or develop, your perception basis, which is what reality creation uses to create your reality, will simply say that your desires are always on the way, and you will consistently and constantly receive the realizations of opportunities and positive trajectory, but you will rarely receive the outcomes you expect due to how you are progressing. As such, one of the easiest and most effective ways for you to utilize your natural ability of reality creation to receive the outcomes you desire now is to expand your perception of what you expect to receive, to deliberately imagine better than you desire in order for your desires to become a step on the path rather than the end of the path. When your primary desire becomes experiences in your mind that feel like easy steps towards your new, more expansive desired reality, then what you'll find is that they will just spontaneously realize in ways that can be considered rather effortless in comparison to what was required before, just due to the fact that living in reality where you have a higher order desire changes the emotional consistency of your baseline reality. For example, if you're 17 and just enrolled in college, making $1 million might just be your biggest goal in life. However, if you've just made $1 million in the past month, you'll likely see this as a worthy goal, but really only a small step on your path. Because at this point, you logically will have a much higher goal than this if you're still focused on making money. The emotional consistency you're utilizing in your perception will state that making $1 million is easy for you at this level due to the goals you set for yourself and the reality you experience as true. It's working precisely at this point in your perception that you can skip the step in the order of reality using reality creation and the techniques you're about to learn. See, the key to realizing reality at this level is understanding that you can create the perception of reality to be true to you without actually experiencing it at all in the physical plane. And what we will be doing then is setting a goal much higher than your actual goal, and then allowing yourself to undergo a process of automatic writing and visioning that will change what the brain believes to be true about your reality, thus changing the emotional consistency you operate from, where the old goal is now just a stepping stone, and this new goal is what your brain believes to be your true focus in life. What occurs when you do this successfully is that your reality will literally instantly change to reflect this new higher order path. You'll start to see the experiences and opportunities you naturally receive jump up a grade in potency because they're now in alignment to the higher order goal rather than the old goal. You'll start to see reality change as if this old goal was a side quest rather than the main campaign. You'll start to see new insights, awareness, and outcomes that perfectly suit you towards this new goal. But in fact, these are actually the outcomes you had been originally desiring, that you can now embrace fully because you operating in this trajectory can only see them as opportunities taking you to your new higher goal if you remain focused on it. This is a cheat code, and you should use it wisely because it will actually change your entire path instantly. And I have to repeat this because many don't listen and do this for fun. And then they start to freak out when their desires start to rush at them like a train, and they can't handle the intensity of pleasure that comes from having your wildest dreams start popping up into your reality as if they didn't even require effort in the first place. See, it's at these points where the present moment awareness taught in the past two recent videos becomes most important, because sometimes it is the energy of this that success is more emotionally jarring than too much failure. Remember, energy flows where attention goes, and you have to operate through reality where your desires come to you easily as if they were normal and natural realities for you. Otherwise, you will freak out and your perception basis will return to the previous states where your goals seem hard and difficult to you because it's the energy of freaking out that is in resonance to difficulty and hard reality creations. But the energy of this is just a step of my path is in resonance to the ease and effortless realizations of your desired realities that you're most desiring. In those cases where the energy of freaking out enters existence, remember, the best solution is simple. Just join our free Mastering Creation Entrepreneurship Facebook group to learn the techniques we recommend the most for honing your emotional basis in order to make the most of all your realizations and move them forward in time rather than backwards in time. Now, to get to the techniques, the first step is to define the higher order reality creation. You'll need to begin by getting to the state where the goal you actually have is easy to achieve, so you can gain the North Star state of being, or in other words, the feeling basis of whatever that higher order goals realization might be like. Using that original example, let's say your initial goal is to make $1 million and drop out of college so you can focus on growing your business to live life as an entrepreneur. This was your original goal and it's going all fine and dandy, but you've gotten stuck in your business's monetization strategy, and you feel that at this rate, you'll never achieve your dreams in the way that you want to. The first thing you're going to want to do is to make that goal even bigger. If right now it's making $1 million to become an entrepreneur, then you're going to make the new goal making $100 million. You can start vague. All we need is the starting point of a higher order reality in alignment and resonance to your original goal, so that your progression is supported and that the side effect will be the outcome you desire rather than something else, because the goal is too separate in emotional consistency from the original desire. What you'll want to do when you choose that new goal is to focus less on the outcome and focus on the energies of what else in reality would likely be occurring now that you achieve this higher order goal. For example, if you made $100 million, who would you meet that congratulates you? Where are you able to go now? What are you able to accomplish now? How much fulfillment do you feel for changing the world in such a massive and life-expanding way? These are the types of questions you'd be thinking of and answering in the next step. Do note, this new goal really doesn't need to be your actual goal, but it will become your new goal. For the purpose of speed-based reality creation, this really is one of the easiest and most effective ways of going about quantum jumping into new dimensions of reality where certain things already exist for you that logically don't make sense to work other than because of the fact that we're using the natural process of reality creation in relation to how our reality naturally works for metaphysical creation dynamics, a gift from God. Now, what you're going to do once you set that new higher order goal is you're going to want to enter into the automatic writing state that will allow your subconscious mind to connect the two realizations together as a linear thought process in order to change your baseline emotional consistency to match the higher order reality, so that when those opportunities being the old realizations start to occur, you'll accept them as normal due to the journey that you are on. And the easiest way to do this is to start by setting a timer around 25 minutes long on each time period, automatically writing in past, present tense what you'll experience when you are living in different states of reality, where you've made that new goal of matching this new desired reality at 100x possibility. Other categories that you want to keep in your awareness as you write may include health and fitness, your intellectual life, your emotional life, your character, your spiritual life, your love in relationships, parenting or family, social life, career, quality of life, and life vision, since we're focusing on finances. What this will do is to help you expand the limits of your perception, making it easier to realize your original desire. For example, if you're setting a 100x possibility and you're starting off with the realization of $10,000 in 3 months, that is now $1 million. Remember, automatic writing is simply writing without thinking about what you're saying, even if it seems like gibberish at the beginning or an experience that seems fundamentally impossible to you. So begin your automatic writing starting at 1 month. For example, living from the feeling of fulfillment for 1 month allowed me to realize $100,000. Because of that, I found myself becoming what? You now fill in the blanks with what is that life like 1 month from now? What are you creating? What are you experiencing? What is reality for you now? Go into depth as much as possible, and remember, doing this for 25 minutes on this time frame. Once you complete, do it again for 3 months, and then 1 year, then 3 years, and then 7 years. Once you completed those, you've now completed the automatic writing, and you can move forward faster and more effectively in the creation of your most desired reality. Because what happens now is that you've been trained in your brain the understanding of a linearization that holds meaning, holds weight. So now your subconscious mind can start reconstructing and understanding how to lead you on the path of inspired action most true for the realization of this higher order goal, because you've made it a linear truth for you using this automatic writing. Now remember, if you love what you learned today, just join the free Mastering Creation and Entrepreneurship Facebook group to learn the techniques we recommend the most for holding your emotional basis in order to make the most of all your realizations and move them forward in time rather than backwards in time. This isn't the end, but only the beginning. And with that, I will talk to you later. Peace.